All right, moving on to the next fight. Christina Marks versus Jessica Pryor.
Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing to the cage, Jessica Pryor.
And there she is, Jessica Pryor, undefeated at 1-0. Also at a systems training center.
Where does this rank amongst entrance music? It's a bold statement.
I'm tapping my foot. I'm digging it.
You into it?
You can't go wrong with Michael Jackson.
Which one of you guys is going to cave and ask Jeff where he got the bow tie?
Okay, I've been wanting to say this all night. I am not a bow tie connoisseur in any way.
It's
but if
a
I was
cage
ever going
bow
to rock
tie.
one, I may ask him for his. Where'd you get that?
It looks like a belt buckle that went on his
Pretty
neck.
slick.
It's awesome. Something
Jeff
different.
Houston, man. That's nice.
It's got suspenders to match.
Yeah.
Pulling out all the stops.
Let me throw out a couple plugs here for Bamma USA on Instagram and on Twitter at Bamma USA. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/Bamma Nation. That way you can keep track and keep up to date that everything this fine organization has to offer.
See James Muntasri, UFC lightweight,
Yep.
in the corner. Jessica Pryor. Who also comes out to Michael Jackson when he fights.
Benil Dariush. Except not this song. He comes out to Rock This Way, I think.
Muntasri comes out to Moonwalker.
Oh, does he?
Does he?
Okay.
Or, no, which one was it? His nickname's the Moonwalker. He comes out to Beat It,
Beat it, okay.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
He makes martial arts.
But do I get a partial credit for Darius?
You get half a gold star. But you've been collecting so many. I'm running out of space on your helmet.
Ah, thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, Christina Marks.
Christina Marks was asked, how did you get started in fighting? And she said simply, because someone said I couldn't do it. Here
Wow.
she is, proving them wrong. 13 fights in her mixed martial arts career. Looking at number 14 right now, 5-8. We saw a female fighter with a losing record come out and put on a great performance earlier today. Selena Haga getting a first-round submission.
Does that strategy work with everyone? I'm going to start telling the neighbors' kids, you guys can't wash my car.
Right?
Was that Tom Sawyer? Said how much fun it was to paint the fence, got everyone to do it for him.
Yeah.
He's a rock climber, huh? I've been hearing more and more MMA guys doing this.
Rock climbing?
Upper body strength, yeah.
Grip strength, probably?
Yeah.
Grip strength.
Gymnastics as well?
That rock climbing's no joke. My junior college wrestling coach was like the rock climbing instructor. That's not easy. Like, you think you're just going to go up there and do pull-ups all the way up to the top? You are fooling yourself. You got the strategy where you got to, jump up and you use your feet to push yourself up. It's all technique. It's wild.
I don't even like hanging posters up in my room, let alone rock climbing.
I don't like climbing up my stairs.
Hi, fans of Commerce, California. We are now set for the next bout of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Bamma USA Women's Flyweight Division. Brought to you by Buy 5, redefining natural energy. Check them out online at drinkbuy.com and Cutman for Hire. Introducing first, standing to my right and fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 126.4 pounds. She is an undefeated striker at 1-0, representing Systems Training Center, fighting out of Torrance, California, by way of Sacramento, California. Here is Jessica Pryor. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 129 pounds, a Muay Thai practitioner and a veteran of 13 professional fights in the cage, representing Art of 8 and Alliance MMA, fighting out of San Diego, California. Here is Christina Marks. And our referee in charge of the action, Larry Landless.
Christina Marks, Jessica Pryor. Once again, 3 5-minute rounds. 125-pound female fight. Larry Landless will be your referee for this one.
Yeah, and just like their male counterparts, this is the flyweight division.
Jessica Pryor in the gray top. Christina Marks in the black top.
Great knees by Pryor. We got some action here.
And we got a blackout. Everyone get out your cell phones. Time to light up the ring.
Yeah. Or like old school, everyone turn on their car lights, surround the cage.
We'll take this to the parking lot.
Hopefully nobody was hurt there in that little brief sequence.
Looks like they got them separated in time.
At Badbeat 14, there was a 4.5 earthquake during the intermission.
Really?
Yeah.
These chandeliers were shaking. I was just imagining how it would have been if it happened mid-fight. There's a fight going on and an earthquake that size hit. You think you've seen it all as a referee?
Yeah.
Well, after the lighting crew is done playing their trick on everybody, we are back once again. Jessica Pryor, Christina Marks.
That's probably the one time you want to be taking a sobriety test, right? In the middle of an earthquake.
It's not me, it's the tectonic plates.
Both of these ladies very aggressive. Pryor throwing every tool possible at Christina Marks. Kicking the back of her calf, throwing knees.
Pryor looking for that takedown.
Those calf kicks, those foot stomps, those are no joke, man. They kill. A lot of action so far up against the cage. Referee steps in and separates them. I think it's a good separation. There wasn't much going on there.
Take an opportunity by Marks.
Christina Marks is
And
no
the
joke.
knees are coming.
Very aggressive. Jessica Pryor firing back. Nice straight right.
Both fighters seem committed to a clinch fight, and both very willing to engage in that element.
Christina Marks is gasping for a little air there.
Both exchange knees.
Yeah, good knees. Jessica Pryor once again backing her into the corner. Christina Marks spins off. Now throwing some big rights. Locked up, Jessica Pryor is the stronger of the two.
Again, Larry Landless says enough is enough. We need some action. Moves it back to the center of the cage.
Oh, keep your hands up at all times.
Nice.
Great push kick by Jessica Pryor.
Christina
again,
Marks was adjusting her mouthpiece or something.
Yeah.
Ref says go. You defend yourself at all times.
It's kind of been the story of this fight, though, up against the cage here. They get separated for a second, but they're right back there.
There's an opportunity for Pryor. She's got the back of Marks in her rear standing position. She's been working that body lock all fight. This is her best chance to get a takedown.
And that's what the coaches are calling for too, body lock takedown. It's just that Marks is very athletic, has good balance. I don't think she's gonna make it easy for her. Nice kick by Jessica Pryor, but it does not stop Christina Marks one bit.
Pryor seems more committed to a clinch and a takedown, whereas Marks is looking more for clinches to land punches and throw knees.
Right. Implement the Muay Thai. She's more explosive with her strikes, that's for sure.
Pryor's gotten in good positions for takedowns. She just hasn't really committed to one big explosive movement to try to get her down.
That's the second time Christina Marks has not been paying attention. She's almost gotten hit with a lethal strike.
Pryor has a 2-on-1 position on the far arms. It's a good position to get a takedown, but no. Marks is able to wriggle out. And a clinch-heavy first round is in the books. Tough one to score.
Very strange, though. She did have very good position to take her down. She just didn't really commit to it.
Let's look at the action here.
Body kick by Pryor was caught from Marks. And here's the most offense really we saw out of Marks.
Good
putting
punches.
that forearm in the side of the head and punching with the other arm.
And here she is adjusting her mouthpiece. Front kick.
And Jessica Pryor adjusted it for her by kicking her right in the face.
Both fighters receiving instruction here. You know, the contrast of styles from both of them, man, it's amazing how they're still making it an interesting fight. I think Pryor recognizes that Marks got speed advantage and she's very, very explosive, but she's doing her best to neutralize her, putting her against the cage.
Round number 2. Christina Marks in the gray top, Jessica Pryor in the black.
They lock up again, but this time in the center of the cage.
Could make all the difference. And back to square one.
Yep. And maybe she can get creative with a nice trip or a sweep. I'd like to see what Pryor offers if she gets the fight to the ground on Marks.
Looks like Marks is getting a little frustrated.
It just looks like it's very difficult for Pryor to keep Marks anywhere, whether it's on the feet or on the ground. Just looks like Pryor's just too quick.
I just don't understand what it is she's trying to do.
I mean, that was the first time she really attempted a shot. And a guillotine here.
That's underneath. That is underneath.
By Christina Marks.
Yeah, no, she's okay now. Looked like she cinched it in early, though.
Jessica Pryor has been looking for a takedown all night long. She finally found it. Throw yourself into a guillotine and then get out. You'll end up on top.
I honestly think Marks went for that just out of frustration.
Well, it's going to cost her. Pryor now in side mount on top. The most dominant position of the fight so far.
She's climbing the wall very nicely. She might wind up behind her. Nope. Ooh. Great work by Pryor.
All right, Pryor finally got her takedown. Let's see what she can do with it.
At some point here, Pryor's got to throw some strikes, score some points.
Very conservative approach by Jessica Pryor, and that's not to be unexpected. This is only her second professional fight. There's a lot of nerves in there, still kind of feeling, still getting comfortable.
Those are some nice knees that she delivered there.
Hopefully a takedown and a side mount will get her more comfortable and get her to open up.
I think that's going to be one way to stop Marks. Marks looks like she has cardio for days, but if you knee her a few times in the solar plexus, those will add up.
Marks is just having a hell of a time trying to fight her off.
And she takes her back.
For the third time, Pryor's gotten in that rear standing position on the back with Marks. Now they're hand fighting.
She's got to be careful because Marks is really, really quick. She may spin out of this. Now might be the time to send her for a ride.
Drag her down, leg trip, something. You guys said it. You've been working for this position the whole fight.
Right.
And this is the best position you got. What are you going to do with it?
The action's been against the cage most of this fight. And that's where Pryor, that's where, yeah, that is where Pryor wants it. I think she's happy with the way things are going.
Honestly, though, if this clinch breaks up and Marks lands a few punches in the stand-up, the round probably
It won't take much, right?
It's not going to take very much.
Marks' corner had been asking for that. Landless shut it down, but eventually he gave it to them. And I'm not saying I disagreed with it because Pryor just wasn't doing too much with it either.
Now this round's still wide open in my book. And back to the clinch they go, up against the cage.
Nice.
But also,
Nice
in fairness
work
to
there by
Christina Marks, she's letting Jessica Pryor get her in the clinch, push her up against the cage. She's not doing anything to stop it.
Luckily, she fights for those underhooks. Then she sends a couple knees at Jessica Pryor, but it doesn't stop Jessica Pryor. She still keeps going forward. She's winning ugly, honestly. That's what she's doing, but she's winning. Well, at least this round. I think what I want to see out of Christina Marks is rather than be so aggressive and walk into some of these tie-ups, you know, maybe leave some spacing and then work your kickboxing a little bit.
A little bit more movement, too.
Yeah.
Well, we've been spoiled all night with great fights. We're due for one that's not all action all the time. We've got a clinch war between Christina Marks and Jessica Pryor. Clinch warfare. It's like World War I. Here's a look at the highlights of the guillotine attempts by Christina Marks. And this was fairly deep. That was definitely under the neck.
Yeah.
She was just able to get a good guard. She'd have her hand raised right now.
I think right about here she just realized she didn't have it, but it wasn't much. I mean, I kind of applaud her in a way for taking a chance.
Props to Marks for going for it, but it very likely cost her that round. Pryor did get some top control and did get to side mount.
But have you guys noticed that? See, that aggression needs to be a little bit more controlled because she's throwing strikes. They're not landing, but she's basically falling into Pryor's arms.
I think a couple feints might help her out a little bit. You know, come forward, pull back, and then throw.
The space is her best friend. There we go.
Well, round number 3 in a fight that is a lot of things, but it's certainly close from a competitive standpoint. Certainly not a runaway for either fighter. A lot of movement out of Christina Marks, and there we go.
She covers a lot of ground with her legs, with her footwork. She could really just stick and move if she wanted to.
This fight already looking very different here in the opening seconds of round 3.
A little bit more movement out of both of them.
Yeah. I think that's what Marks' coaches told her. Don't follow her all the way into the clinch.
Stay in striking range.
Yeah, strike when you can, but don't feed into her game. She's made the adjustment. Now let's see if Jessica Pryor can make the adjustment.
Neither fighter seems overly eager to engage striking, but Christina Marks certainly seems the more willing out of the two. Good leg kick.
Oh, nice. Nice sequence of kicks by Pryor, but
You surprised Marks didn't follow her down?
a little bit. It would have been nice to see what she had on top.
Marks beckons.
I mean,
Pryor,
to me, this fight's
try to come
1-1.
back to-
Yeah. It's 1-1, but I got Marks winning this round.
And there it is, that 1 second of over-aggression. She's back with her back against the cage.
All too familiar, guys.
Jessica Pryor implementing her game there against the cage.
Now, if she's not going to go for the takedown, maybe some knees or something, even if they're to the thighs.
4 points, yeah.
Leg trip. See, she's getting to the back of Marks pretty consistently. It's just turned into a knee fest.
This has got to be extremely frustrating for Marks.
She can't break that grip. Nice elbows, though.
There we go.
Wow,
That's a sign of frustration.
She's cranking them.
And this crowd finally wakes up a little bit looking at those punches and knees. Marks' best strikes of the night so far might be those reverse elbows.
Wow, that wouldn't have been the time for me to have landless stop because there was some good aggression on both sides, but here we go.
I think that's been the one strike that's been somewhat effective for Pryor, is that body kick.
She's throwing it consistently.
She doesn't really throw her hands very much.
Well, Marks' flurry was able to avoid a clinch this time from Jessica Pryor.
It's round 3, folks. In a fight that we have pretty even. Whoever wins this round could walk home with the victory. Jessica Pryor closes the distance on Christina Marks. But she needs to do something else with
Going for a
this.
standing, it looked like she was going for a standing side choke. And now she's just going behind.
She's not giving up on it yet. 10 seconds left. Could Jessica Pryor have stolen this round here?
I believe so.
Finishing strong is so key.
A little bit of a shove at the end there,
A
too.
little
huh?
bit, yeah.
Both of them frustrated probably with the other one.
Yeah.
And I can imagine. Neither fighter really got to do what they wanted to do, but I'm still not exactly sure what either one of them wanted to do exactly.
Here we go. 3rd round highlights.
There's that left kick you were talking about.
Marks is very wild with some of her strikes. I mean, that speed is a lot to contend with. When she's on, but when she misses, she was falling right into the arms of Jessica Pryor, getting clinched up. Her aerial football attack was reduced to a running game at that point.
And it was just I dive every time, 1 yard. But you win a football game 3-0, you still win.
You still win, yeah, a win's a win.
But with Willie Galt in the house?
That's true. Willie Galt from the Bears and the Raiders, Super Bowl winner with the Bears in the house. Also an Olympian for the United States.
Also
great sprinter.
One of the most dominant Tecmo Bowl players of all time.
Also a Tennessee All-American. Hell, the two of us might as well go over there and pick him up and carry him on our shoulders as much as we're praising him. No, but seriously, he was a stud. The judges are tallying up the scores. All right, Goes, who do you got winning this fight?
I think I'm going to have to go with Jessica Pryor. I think she controlled most of the fight. It would have been a lot easier call if she would have thrown a little bit more striking. But I think she's going to walk away with the decision.
You know, Pryor finished strong, but something about Christina Marks' movement, she made it really exciting. She made it flashy. She may steal it here, I believe.
It'd be a hell of a statement.
It would be, but I'm expecting a split decision, to be honest with you. It'd be our second one of the night. I think the first 9 fights, 8 of them were finishes, so can't complain too much. I do see the commission official, I believe, now handing over the scores to our ring announcer, Jeff Houston. Let's send it up to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 3 rounds, we go to our judges at cage side for the decision. We have a split decision. Jackie Dinkins scores the bout 29-28 in favor of Pryor. Jean LaBelle scores the bout 29-28 in favor of Marks. And Chris Crail scores the bout 29-28 to the winner by split decision from San Diego, California, Christina Marks.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Christina Marks. Christina, very hard-fought split decision win. What was your game plan going into the fight tonight?
My game plan was to make sure I kept reach with her. I knew she wanted to clinch with me, so she clinched a lot, but that was mostly my game plan. The weight drop was a biggie for me right now.
It seemed like that clinch game was a frustration for you. How are you able to overcome it? How are you able to overcome that clinch game and win the decision?
Just to stay calm with her and try to do work even in the clinch. I just wanted to get away from it, but she kept on going in the clinch.
Everyone give it up. A hard-fought split decision, Christina Marks.
Christina Marks with the W. Split decision. I called it, right, Goes?
You did. You said it was exactly going to go down like that.
It was a tight fight, man. It went all the way down to the wire, but you got to give her props on that. And, of course, Parks can hold her head up high. She did implement her game, but it wasn't enough.